Welcome back to the Comic Book ASM Artist. Today we're doing another comic book haul. So first I want to start off with what I got from my secondary shop that already bags and boards everything. We got Avengers number 6. And this is the end of the first arc in the Avengers. And I believe McGinnis is no longer on it after this. At least for a while, because they haven't made any more announcements about it. Yeah, looks pretty action-packed there, so. Next I got Spider-Man number 4. Next we have Thor number 4. Then we got Iron Man number 3. Alright, now we move on to my main shop's books in our little black box. First is Ninja Turtles Urban Legends number 4. Next is Batman 53. This is the continuing of the jury duty storyline. So this story is definitely more about the weight of human emotion and everything with this story. Because it's at a point where Batman lashed out on Freeze after the wedding didn't happen. And he forced him to confess to a crime that wasn't proven to be him. Batman just went by MO and immediately pursued Freeze, so. But they're a hung jury over the case because Bruce Wayne knows what he did. So he knows honestly that Freeze was in prison at that point because he literally put him there. Next is the Damage Annual. I'm excited that Aaron Lopresti is drawing this. I don't know if he's going to be on the normal book as well. But he's a good artist, but I never end up collecting any books that he's working on. So this is nice. Next is Batwoman number 18, and this is the last issue of her DC Rebirth book. I like this cover a lot. next is Detective Comics 987. And this storyline is about Batman trying to protect all of the other Bat family, especially the younger members, from engaging with this guy here. There is a part in the past where Batman had inadvertently made this villain by leaving him for dead in the middle of like a desert area, all strung out on fear toxin. But he came back with a vengeance, and he's really knowledgeable. I believe he's telekinetic. I'm trying to remember his powers, but it's so dangerous that Batman didn't want anyone else on the field to help him fight him. And he enlisted in the help of Black Lightning to place the kids on house arrest. Well, this is interesting. I haven't noticed the byline on there or that. So Brainiac's involved in this. Pretty interesting. I haven't realized that. My daughter is sitting beside me right now, by the way, so. But she needs to be quiet. Next we have The Silencer, number 8. And this is one of the best New Age heroes books on the market. I was about to say they switch artists. It says Patch Zurcher on here. But he definitely puts a grounded look on the book after it being to the extent of very stylized, Capullo-esque. But I like Victor's work, so he still did the cover though. A lot of high energy, very angular. I like it a lot. Yeah, today I've got the mic pointed at me instead of the book. So the only trade-off is I have to bring the other stuff up to the mic, so. But let me know which you prefer below. I know you guys like to hear me well when I talk too, so even though I'm whispering, it's still more involved than just making sounds. Next is Bebop and Rocksteady Hit the Road 3, and then I have 4 as well. And the main thing I love is how the covers all link up here. And they did that with the previous Bebop and Rocksteady miniseries too. But what's happened so far is Bebop and Rocksteady have turned back into human through no knowledge of their own. They have no idea why it's happened. And that hasn't really been explained to the reader yet either. They've just been driving and then suddenly they turn back into being human. I think it's the same artist on all of them, but I'm not sure. Next we have Turtles number 85 with the return of Leatherhead. So in the previous issue, Baxter saved the day again from the Rat King with his Mouser Fly hybrids. And now he's publicly saying he's going to run to be the mayor of the city. And this is the second time he's gotten credit for saving the city, so he'll probably end up getting it. Next is Action Comics 102. I'm bummed I did not get the variant, but what can you do? I see that Bendis is trying to incorporate their summary blurbs they do in the Marvel books by doing this sort of thing with this. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if he writes any more DC books. He's going to try to do a similar approach to those two or not. But it's doing very well for itself at our store currently. I think there is maybe one other copy on the shelf, and that's typically not the case for their Superman books at that store, so I guess the Bendis bait is working for some of them. Next is Damage number 8. Batman Damned event. Looks pretty interesting. I like the, I don't know if this is how they're gonna have the lettering through the whole book, but it certainly looks that way. So that looks like it'll definitely be very interesting. I'm surprised they put such a big preview in the back of here too. And then you see Constantine's gonna be in it as well. Next is Challengers, or the New Challengers, number 4. The Snickers ad keeps throwing me off in here. That's pretty brutal right there. Man. They're not playing around in this issue. That's pretty interesting. I haven't seen the book get that intense before. Oh, I was almost doing it wrong there. And then we have the Terrifics number 7. Got Tom Strong in it. Just had a big train go by. Yeah, they wanted those Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups to tide me over. That's it for my box. Next I got the body count story. And I've never read this before, but it is a Ninja Turtles classic from what I understand. And yeah, this is, I can't remember what year it came out, but it's one of the earlier Turtle stories by the guy who co-created Lobo, so it's pretty fun. And then I really like they have little like the painted covers from the original inside it too. So I don't think there's any. I couldn't remember if there was any bonus footage in the back or not. Yeah, it shows his process there. More of the same. Okay. And then I think the other page is the last page of the story, so yeah. This one was actually pricier, even though it's a thinner trade. It was $30 for it, so I was surprised by that. Because this is maybe around 140 pages or so, but it's okay. Next, we found this old Spawn Meets Batman by Frank Miller and Todd McFarlane. Yeah, it's, definitely one of those 90s period pieces, but it's still cool to see Batman interacting with Spawn regardless. So, and then there's a nice tribute to Jack Kirby in the back too. That always surprised me how much Todd McFarlane loves Jack Kirby. Because that's really what he grew up with. I think he was first generation Marvel fan like that. And his stuff, just so violent and dark. But Kirby's is action-packed, but it's definitely not gratuitous and scary and all these things like Todd's stuff is, It evokes a different set of emotions, so for him to like Kirby that much is kind of surprising if you don't know about it. And I found these old, this is the Rocketeer movie adaptation, and then the 3D comic by Neil Adams. And what's funny is I got these at 2 separate times, and this was really beat up. It was only $1, and then so this one was 50 cents. But I remembered this as a kid, but I was confused. I think both of them are a retelling of the movie, so I don't know why they would release 2 of them. This one actually came with a cassette, but not the one I got. But you see, there's like a voice cast or whatever. And they're trying to call it like 3D audio. And it didn't come with the glasses either. We're using these pink horse 3D glasses that my daughter had, so. But I really liked, they did a Batman one around this time too. I remember that. But I guess you could technically the art, it's always fun whenever you stumble on some, hey, yeah, like this image right here is really good. It's nice when you can stumble on something like this, But I remembered seeing it in the mall as a kid, and it was in a bag, but I had totally forgot. I think it shows in the corner here, maybe, I don't know. Grab your headphones, yeah. And the back does it explain, and then it's got all these other ads. Roger Rabbit and Tailspin. I think it, yeah. See this 3D audio, so. But that was really interesting. And then my mother-in-law found this for me. She never knows what comics to get me, but she always tries her best, so. But I didn't have this one, and I didn't even know that this was a thing, so a nice surprise. But, yeah, I think that concludes everything I got here, so. I'll make some noises for those of you who want. But if you're gonna drop off here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out that Bull Indiegogo. The link is below. Have a good day or night.